Action! Guys, welcome back to Off the Record, Patreon edition, where we talk about whatever we want.
And we hit 5,000 Patreones, so it's pretty cool. Thank you very much.
6,000 now.
Oh, 6,000 now. Now we hashtag keep fuck alive and
Fuck alive.
keep fuck alive.
Keep fuck alive. Oh, is that so we can curse on here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was I not supposed to curse before? Nobody told me that.
It's just, we get in trouble sometimes with like the algorithm.
But now you can just say like,
This one for sure you
fuck,
can
bitch,
put up.
cunt.
Yeah.
oh,
Man,
You
I
can
don't
let
know.
your hair down.
Yeah.
ooh, oh, I can pull out my titties.
Yeah.
I'll pull out my titties.
Dude, we really could though.
No. People are gonna sign out.
Really? If we show.
If he shows us.
Oh,
They're gonna
I thought
come.
you meant if I did.
His titties been looking nicer.
They're not bad.
Both has some nice titties.
Thank you, Gio. Speaking of,
Bulls will get us views, and then guys will get us.
Do girls just look at each other's titties? Like show each other's
so
titties? Because I've never
well-
seen Bart's dick or nothing.
no, well, kind of. I guess I found that out because y'all. Wait, wasn't you? Have I seen your breasts? Yes, I have.
I would shave my pussy in front of you.
Dude,
Oh.
did you?
She did.
I didn't look. We started going to a nude spot occasionally, and like I just keep it right at eye level.
Why don't you look at their titties?
And then I keep going like this. Like I try to make her catch my boobs.
Well, her eye level is your titty.
Like the one time I was there where like I'm like taking a bath and Gio goes, "Hey Boze," and I turn around and her hair's wet and she's like dumping water on herself. Like whatever you think Gio looks like naked, yes, dude. It was like the back curve and the booty. And
Shut the fuck up, Boze. I'm sorry.
Why do you keep doing this shit to me?
I thought you were gonna be like, "Hey, Boze," and she's like, "What?" And then her face is on her titties.
Like I'm pretty sure
Farts
there
on
was
her.
like a sparkle. Okay, I'm done.
This is like the 5th episode of her just like describing Gio in mad detail about how sexy Gio is. Like her husband is right there.
I like hearing it.
I don't.
If someone was afraid of my dick, I'd probably do that at the spa.
What do you mean?
I'd stand, like, if they're sitting down and showering, I'd fucking be like, "Hey, dude," and then when he turns around, my dick would be in their face.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I feel
No
like
one's
that's
afraid of my dick, that's why.
I feel like that's what people did in high school, like in the locker room, like for boys.
I never had a locker room experience. I'm not like.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you went to an art school.
Yeah, it was super small.
What about sports?
Yeah, you played basketball
We didn't have a locker.
lot.
We didn't have a locker.
What do you change? You shower.
We'd go into a classroom that was empty, and then like you change, but we don't shower there or nothing. We didn't have showers, so like you change into the jersey and then change out of real clothes, but you're not dick swinging, showering together like this close.
That's all I would do if I had a dick. Just swing it all day long.
Well, you do it by yourself, yeah, helicopter and all that. But yeah, so like
Would you be shy to shower in front of other dudes then?
yeah, now for sure.
Really?
I would have then as well.
us.
I would have then as well. I'm just kind of a shy dude.
never go-
You guys know I don't even take my shirt off.
We can't even put him in a pool. I'm
pretty shy.
Steve would never do that. He's a never
Why? He
dude.
takes so many selfies with your shirt off.
That's only for money, Patreon. That's because I have
Even
to.
when he doesn't own the picture. In the picture, you can see how shy he is.
Yeah, it's literally because it's my career. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Like it's my livelihood in fitness. Otherwise, I would
In
never.
fitness, to sell programs, you have to be
I
shirtless.
went like 4 years without going shirtless on
Those are your
here.
credentials.
Why, with a body like yours, why do you feel
Because he thinks he's fat.
I don't know. I don't even
that
know.
body dysmorphia, homie?
Probably.
What do you think about
I
yourself?
can't wait. I get one little fucking ab. I can't wait to take a fucking selfie, dude.
Just one?
Yeah, just one crease. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Your doctor's like, that's a hernia. You need to come in.
It's not
Please
even,
come in.
it's not even a
Hernia.
six pack. I'm like, take a fucking picture of me. Fuck yeah.
So Silent Mike has deadlifted over 700 pounds before, and he is always over 200 pounds, and he thinks he's a small, weak guy still.
He thinks I'm bigger than him.
Oh, that does sound like a little bit of like body.
I'm sure. I mean, I got lots of issues if we want to dig into them. But
Yes, let's do it.
I have so many.
Where'd
You know,
you
Is that
How was your
considered body
childhood?
dysmorphia or strength dysmorphia?
both. The issue is my childhood was amazing. Like I had the best, but not
No,
like,
but not enough problems.
no some problems.
Now
Not
you
like-
got to create
I
problems.
wasn't privileged. No, I'm not that guy either, though. I don't think. Like I never created issues.
No.
No, I'm not that guy. I don't know. I had a good childhood. The parents were really good. Lower middle class.
Okay.
Normal shit.
You're like, I got to find some flaws because I'm so flawless.
He got lucky.
I wish. I don't think that's it either.
No, I want to pick your brain because like
Yeah.
very rarely do I get to meet people that have like no trauma pre-18.
He's kind of like you though, Nikki, where it's like, but I understand where your chip on the shoulder comes from. Is your dad never gave you the type of affection you wanted that you're constantly earning, that you always want to earn.
You got daddy issues?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't, but I do have a chip on my
Yeah,
shoulder.
you have a chip on the shoulder, whether you're competing, whether it's sports, you're constantly trying to give it to him. But I'm like, who are the guy you're giving it to, Mike?
Yeah, I have no one. I have nothing to prove.
No enemy.
My parents loved me, but didn't overly love me. Like they're strict, but not like they were pretty perfect.
Then who are you giving it to?
So it's more like Steve.
What is it, Pete Rose? I think.
Well, Steve says he's trying to give it to his dad because his dad would he could tell his dad, hey, I want an Oscar, and his dad's like, oh, my awesome, whatever, I don't care. So he's saying that he's constantly still trying to earn it, but he'll never be able to earn his dad's respect.
So we have like a similar.
Yeah.
Daddy issue as well.
You both have daddy issues.
We both have the
Doesn't
same.
everyone have kind of daddy issues? No?
I don't think
You
so.
guys
I don't
good?
either.
You guys all good?
I think I have daddy issues.
Yeah, I got daddy.
I don't think I have daddy issues.
Not a lot of guys have daddy issues. I feel like.
Well, wait. Do you guys have mommy issues?
I think maybe the daddy issues guys have is living in their shadow sometimes.
Yeah.
If your dad was fucking dope at everything,
I'm way better than
and
my
then you're not.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would bum
You can't
me
feel their
out.
shoes.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys have mommy issues?
What's mommy issues?
I'm like a mama's boy in a way, but I don't have
Because I
mama
think
issues.
the girl
Yes, Bart
relationship
definitely has
with the
mommy
dad
issues. We
is
talked about
different.
it on Bearcast.
What's mommy issues again?
Like where you are like you don't ever know what you did wrong and stuff, and like you because you got punished so much for doing random shit that you didn't know what was wrong with it.
That's mommy
Listen to the Bearcast episode. Go watch Bearcast. Bearcast is such a great podcast that everyone should go watch.
Is that mommy issues where you're always in trouble, getting in trouble? You don't
Well,
know.
it's like you have like this trauma from
My mom.
the way that your mom raised you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
It's
fuck!
like
I got
some-
family issues then. I got mommy issues, daddy issues,
Auntie
brother
issues,
issues, every
uncle
issue.
issues.
Yeah, I got I got neighbor issues. I got teacher issues. I got classmates issues.
Where did they touch you, Joe? Show me.
Mine was the opposite. They didn't touch me enough. Oh. They should have touched me more.
Like if I had more abs.
The only touching I got was that.
Well, I don't think you guys do. I just looked it up. Here are 4 signs that a man has mommy issues.
Okay, tell me.
Okay.
Is it one of them trying to fuck your mom?
These kind of articles really do depress me because it's like WebMD. I always find that I'm fucked up. I already know I'm fucked
I
up.
don't know. This literally says he's insecure. Okay, maybe. But then he's disrespectful, particularly to women. Might be like seeing every woman as his mom. And then he's a habitual cheater. Doesn't really respect women.
That's
again.
a mama's issue?
Yeah, and then it says
You
he
would think
always.
the opposite. I feel like mama's boys. Maybe that's because I'm a mama's
That's
boy.
a mama's boy.
Mama's boy, mommy issues. are
Mama's
different.
boys
Issues.
respect
I've
women.
never heard of mama's issues.
There's a difference between daddy's girl and daddy issues.
Yeah.
I know somebody
Both seem
with
weird to me
mommy
for some
Yeah.
reason.
They're both.
I know
weird.
someone with mommy issues, and he's not a cheater.
Yeah, that's fair too, because I think that one dude that tried to, he called me mommy, 100% mommy issues. But I think it could go, maybe it's 2 sides of the spectrum. Like either if you're too codependent on your mother or like hate your mom too much. Like I think those both count as like mommy issues. You
Mommy
know?
and son issues seem different. I don't know why, and it's probably because I'm a dude, but I feel like daddy issues are always like some sexual weird shit.
No, my dad was never sexual to me.
No, maybe not them to you, but like it fucks you up like on a sexual note sometimes.
Yes, because women. Well, it's the same for guys.
Not meaning your dad touched you or anything.
I know where you're getting at, but then what? So I just recently read something about that. But the way a woman understands her first way of communicating love and affection is through the dad.
Yeah.
So she seeks that out, or if she's never had a father figure, she's seeking out an imaginary form of that she always fantasized about.
That's to the T what it was. So like my father just wasn't a prominent figure in my life at all. And so I had this idea of love that I got from movies. And so I never understood men. Like a girl that like has a bad day at school and goes and like runs into her dad's lap and says, "Dad, I'm so upset." And he says, "Go talk to your mom about it." Like you learn not to take that personally from your dad because a lot of dudes don't always want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
And I never heard that. I never got that lesson. So when I got my first real boyfriend at 15 and like I had emotional things, I would try to talk to him about it, and I didn't know that men don't want to hear that. And like
That could be a 15-year-old thing too.
No, dude, like
No, that's true. A lot of girls don't know that.
I actually carried that until I was in like my mid 20s.
But I'm saying like as guys get older, they understand to like listen better.
They get better
Like
at
at
it.
15, I was probably like, okay, dude, I don't care. Like
But,
that you're
I mean,
fucking having.
I think I lucked out with Steve because he from day one like he would listen to his mom's problems and she would be crying and he would like console her.
That's true, because I told my mom, shut up.
And then he listens to me. He gets mad if I don't tell him what's wrong.
For sure, I think it depends. Yeah, I'm a little bit like that. Like when my dad passed away, like it was just like me and my mom. So like I'm in my 20s. I'm trying to take care of my mom. I'm focused on my mom, and so then like any lady relationship I have, like I understand, you know.
Yeah. So it's like
a protector thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's
That's
like.
true.
Help set the precedent for like how you actually treat like some of your love life things, because you get a it's like in relationships, sometimes you might take things personally. Like if they don't call you, if they ignore you, if they cheat on you or something, like you take it very personally. But in a parent, like in a relationship with a parent, you like things hurt a little bit less, I guess, sometimes.
Maybe I feel like relationships are hard because you just never know, like the term like unconditional love and all that. Like hopefully you have a good parent, or at least one, or an aunt or a grandma out there, like because then you know what unconditional love is. You know, like we could not talk for 3 months, forever. Like I could show up my mom's door, she's gonna let me in the house, and she's gonna feed me dinner. You know what I mean? But in regular relationships, you don't always know that or feel that until it gets hopefully progresses and you learn. Like it takes real work. Whereas since you've obviously been stuck with your parent or guardian your whole life, it's just there.
My mom learned that in high school. So I grew up with conditional love, and then from high school and on, when she learned how to be like a normal person, she changed.
Oh, dude, that's about my dad too. Like
It's the childhood that counts.
Yeah, he changed after I already moved out of the house.
Yeah. Because it sucks when you already hate them and then they change. It's like
My mom never changed. She still has conditional love, but the way she copes is now she finds different ways of explaining. So she'll be like I can clearly tell like if I do something she doesn't like it that much, so she'll give me less love. But then she feels bad for giving me less love or conditional love, so she'll be like, you know what? It's because Bart's retarded. Oh, I love you again. So our whole relationship has always been, this is the standard I want for you. I never get it, so I'm not gonna give you love. Oh fuck, I think I'm being a bad mom. Oh yeah, my son's just dumb as fuck. Oh, I can love this dumb thing, and then it's just constantly me trying to live up
She had
to
to lower the standard.
Yeah, she constantly lowers the
That sounds like what we're talking about with daddy issues.
She's like doing you a favor, but she's the retard in all of it.
Yeah. She's always trying to do me a favor all the time.
Damn.
That's sweet in a weird way.
Yeah, it's very sweet and rude. And she'll bend over backwards for me.
It's like, it's really, man, I don't want to say it's not her fault. It's just she doesn't have the capacity to wake up and get it yet. Because that's what my mom was explaining.
Or accept reality or whatever.
Is that they just don't even know that that's an option. So their mind doesn't even work that way because they're not evolved mentally.
I think she's right about the Buddhist thing then, where she's like, I'm ready to go back to source or whatever, because she wants to reincarnate now, knowing all the things she can reincarnate as a wiser soul.
Yeah.
And she could
Restart.
She's not even strong enough to, so what she wants to do, like I'm always supporting her like crazy, right? So like some of the basic Buddhist concept is like not having emotional attachment to materialistic things, and that's even with like with people and her family and stuff, because they're only your family in this life, and if you've reincarnated billions of times,
you have different families.
You have different families, so don't be so attached to this one. And then so she'll tell me stuff like, oh, I miss Taika so much. And I'll be like, drop that shit. You're not supposed to be attached to him. So I just backfire all these Buddhist things back in her face. And she'll send me like sad faces and stuff. And I'm like, Mom, do you want to fucking be enlightened or not? And so like our constant thing is like she holds this standard that she wants me to live up to. But I'm trying to show her, you don't even live up to this shit.
Yeah.
She doesn't see her own double standard because she's not in that realm yet where she can
Self-awareness.
Exactly. She has no self-awareness. And then so like I didn't think that was something you can do at an older age.
But you said your mom called it.
She basically was able to do that in her 70s.
She was
so
like,
she's
I
becoming
just
more,
realized people have different perspectives.
Exactly. At 70 something years old. And then she's starting to become rational and read books that challenge her thing, that make her uncomfortable.
You think people though then like past what age just never find self-awareness?
No, I think there's a breakthrough of enlightenment, and it doesn't matter the age. Some people might even find it on their deathbed.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, I know there's definitely like old people, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 60-year-olds that have no self-awareness.
You say old people and then say 30-year-olds?
I worked my way up. I'm 31. I'm 31.
So? We're all older than you, except for Boze.
Even though you think I'm 28.
The reason why I came up with that
It's because you act like a child.
28's a child.
It still hurts.
I'm just saying, like, I know those people of all those ages that are not self-aware.
The reason why I thought of that is because, like, in psych, at 40 years old, your mind kind of, like the way your personality, right? It just doesn't change much. The way you think, the way you solve problems, your habits, they kind of, the computer gets formed. Yeah, it's not that moldable. So that's when I thought, oh, people can't, if they're not rational by that age, then they're not going to be able to develop self-awareness. And then in her 70s, my mom started opening up like crazy. And then she's like, yeah, I'm starting to pick up these books now that go against some of the things that I never would have like thought.
Yeah.
What do you think about if your personality, like you say, it gets, molded and that's like what it is concretely? What if it's always been a pattern of rebirth? Like, so that is your concrete personality is continuing to rebirth.
I don't know, Nikki. I think you're giving people too much credit because some people do not change.
I'm just saying, for me, like, I don't know, like, okay,
You're a
so
rebirther?
I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah.
And the symbol is a phoenix.
Do you believe in that shit?
I don't believe in it, but no, I don't believe in that, but it nailed me.
Was a scorpion.
Yeah, but no, we have several ones.
I'm a dragon. Aquarius.
Google it. But no, I always wanted a phoenix, and then I found out it was attached to that sign, so that was later. But anyway, I'm just saying that, like, I always feel like I've lived like 50 lives. I was like a professional hula dancer for a long time. I was part of an MLM pyramid scheme for a while. I've lived like a bunch of different lives, and I continually
we all did.
rebirth.
Exactly.
I feel like, and so I feel like my constant is always a changing constant.
And that's all of us, right? Like, I mean, we change in age, we change in physical.
Not all of us.
Strength.
Some people
everything.
just stay the same fucking personality. You look at Steve, he is an ox. He stays the same no matter fucking what. And that's why we work together, because he's like this and I'm like blah, 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 blah. But he's just a rock.
I don't know, Nikki, because I can definitely see you being in an MLM. I can 100% see Nikki sending me a message. Hey, babe, long time no talk. Just got these new detox teas. I can so see you being that person.
Then you don't see me as a researcher, because I research
What
shit.
did you sell in the MLM?
Illegal insurance, and I sold it as an employee benefit, a group benefit. I went into corporations and I sold it as a group benefit. Also, it was traded publicly on the New York Stock Exchange. I can tell you all the talking points that make it legit.
Sell me some insurance.
Yeah, what? Sell us insurance.
Okay, so you know how you always need a lawyer, but you can't afford one. So, like, you should have a lawyer review all your contracts. You should have a lawyer, you should be consulting a lawyer whenever you're doing business dealings, but it's really expensive. What if you paid $35 a month and you got all of those services?
Lawyer insurance.
Unlimited phone calls.
Legal
unlimited contract
up.
review.
Yeah.
I'll take 2.
Sign me up.
Here's $60.
That was what I
Really?
That was what I said.
Oh.
So
And you're still working for them.
I'm just saying, it was actually like
Okay.
a product that I believed in. It wasn't just like detox tea. So fuck yourself.
To push back at you a little bit, the examples you gave of your change are like lifestyle surface change. And what I think Joe's talking about is like morals. Like you said, I'm a researcher, things you identify as.
I'm saying that open-mindedness is my constant.
Maybe you're just open-minded though, and so that's not a
You
constant.
can learn new things when your open-mindedness is your constant.
For sure, maybe find a self-awareness
So the
and open-mindedness early. But that could be a solid thing.
Is when you can't.
So the constant
invite
for
new
my mom would
concepts.
be thinking maybe she did something wrong. So then that's what challenged her to dig deeper and say, well, maybe I'm wrong. So let me research this.
That's cool.
I think with any effort,
Even though she was a hard-headed, stubborn person in the very beginning.
yeah, but I think you can be stubborn and open-minded. Like you can be a lot of these things, and if you're putting effort, like self-awareness, I think is the core of all of this. If you're self-aware enough to know your problems or what you're good at, know that you're a researcher, know that you changed, know that you're maybe did things wrong, then you can at least take a step to start to learn.
But if you have a big ego and you can't,
if you're not self-aware enough to know that you're ever wrong or that there's other
don't
point
even
of
know it
views,
exists.
you're never going to try to progress.
Yeah.
It's just the effort to try to progress.
and that's the difference in, like, I guess, human thought. And like, you have to teach someone to be a human being because they're all just impulsive animals if they don't understand how to rationalize. So that's I think, I don't know, we're kind of getting deep into this, but then
That's
I
a
always think,
point,
like,
man.
when it comes to voting
like
and when it
being
comes to
calm.
things like that where people have an opinion, I'm like, let me check if this motherfucker actually is rational.
See, I'm always neutral in politics because I see both sides.
Well, because you're rational.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but like for me personally, like one of my biggest hurdles in life is breaking the traditional environmental like standards that were placed on me. And when you're told for 20 years that like gay is bad, go to church every
You were
day.
born in a cult.
Like, well, like, but I mean, there's a lot of people that are like that, and like that's their reality, and like it takes a lot to A, challenge it,
Yeah.
and then B, get the resources to actually believe it, and then C, to change your mind.
Yeah, to truly believe it.
It is a huge process, and actually, I mean, honestly, the 0 step, the number 1 is realizing that maybe you're wrong, and I have to say, like, it's like fucked up, but there's a lot of really bad things that I've always believed that I didn't realize until just in the past year were wrong.
You want me to blow your mind right now?
Oh, what?
Okay. Right and wrong is gonna consistently shift in the way that we go
Oh,
through.
God
So
damn
what,
it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what you think is traditional was once revolutionary.
For sure.
So it usually goes in the stage of there's traditional thought, and then there's revolutionary thought, and then there's the new school of thought, which becomes the
Old school of thought.
which becomes the traditional, and then there needs to be revolution again. So there was a time when gay was completely fine.
Oh.
Yeah, the Romans.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Greek time.
The Greeks and the Romans.
And then church came along and then made it, church came along, made it wrong.
It's like when, like communism, we fought 2 wars to get rid of it, and now everybody wants to. Be
Everyone wants to be
socialist in
socialist
here.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?